Feels like we're on the edge right now. I wish that I could say I'm proud. I'm sorry that I let you down.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how I got this makeup look. All the colors I use for this tutorial are in the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, which is probably my favorite eyeshadow palette to date. If you like this look and want to see how I created it, then just keep on watching. I started this look off with my face makeup already on, so if you're curious what is on my face, I will link those products down below. So the first step to this look, and the first step to every single eyeshadow look I do, is to lay down a transition shade. I'm using the shade Golden Ochre, and this is just going to work as the base for the whole entire look. Although it doesn't seem like the transition shade does much for the look, it is so important that you use one because it'll just work to make sure every other color blends out perfectly. Now with the Beauty Blender and my Laura Mercier translucent powder, I'm just going to bake under my eyes just in case I have any fallout. Now I'm going to be using the color Raw Sienna, and I'm just going to put this color exactly where we put the transition shade. I cannot stress this enough, so if you want your eyeshadow to turn out nicely, then make sure you blend out every single shade completely. And the way I make sure I do this is by keeping a clean blending brush with me at all times so that I can just go back and diffuse the edges after every single step of my eyeshadow. Now I'm going to be blending in the color Burnt Orange. I feel like layering these three different shades together just gives the eyes a great tone and sets you up perfectly for the darker shades that you're about to add. Now I'm going to be using the color Red Ochre. I'm focusing this color on the outer edges of my eye, but I am going to be dragging it in just a little bit lower in my crease than the previous shades. And then again with the clean blending brush, just diffusing the edges. So now I'm just going back in with the color Red Ochre, and I'm going to be deepening up the corners of my eyes. When working with dark shades, it's important to slowly build up your product. So start off with a really light hand and then slowly build up the color as you go. In the same area that I put the Red Ochre, I'm going to be going in with Venetian Red, and this is going to go a little bit deeper into my crease and a little lower in my outer V. And again, the clean blending brush. And now I'm taking my favorite color in the whole entire palette, and this is Love Letter, and I'm going to be applying it to my lids using my finger. And now on a blending brush, I'm just going to be taking the color Realgar, and I'm going to use this to diffuse the edges from the lid color to the crease colors. And now, of course, doing the exact same process to the other eye. So you can see that because I already had that really blended out crease, putting a lid color and blending it in is super easy. So when working with darker lid colors, I recommend doing the crease first rather than placing the darker color on the lid and then trying to blend out the line. So when blending out the edges of my eyes, I kind of like going in a triangular motion, which is what I was doing right there, and this kind of elongates the eyes. Taking a pencil brush and the color Cypress Umber, I'm just darkening the corners of my eyes. I like to apply the darker color in a dabbing motion, so then I can just go back with the blending brush that I've used previously to diffuse that color into the lid color. And to do this, I'm going back in with the color Realgar. And with this color, I'm just going over any areas that I think need to be blended further. So now I'm going to wipe off my baking and apply my lashes off camera just so I don't have the same problem I had in the last makeup tutorial. And now it is time to smoke out the lower lash line. To smoke out my lower lash line, I'm going to be using the colors Red Ochre and Love Letter, and I'm going to tightly put these onto my lash line, and then afterwards I'm taking the color Realgar and just softening out the edges. I tend to always use the same colors that I used on my eyes on my lower lash line just because this makes the look appear very connected. I like to drag my pencil brush a little bit higher just so I can connect it to the top eyeshadow, and then I take a blending brush just to smoothen out the edges. So I decided to try out a new brow product for this video, which I seem to like considering that little smile. And this is the Loreal Brow Stylist Definer, and I'm in the shade Dark Blonde. Now I'm just going over my eyebrows with the Essence Make Me Brow in number 2. I'm just highlighting my cheekbones, the tip and bridge of my nose, and my Cupid's bow with Laura Geller's Gilded Honey. So I didn't want to take away from the eyes at all, so I decided to just go with a clear lip gloss for this look, which is the Dior Lip Maximizer in 001. Thank you everyone for watching this video. As much as it is a very dramatic look, it's just all about being persistent and blending every single color out. And if you kind of just follow the steps that I have shown you guys, I'm sure you can do it yourself. Thank you guys for watching, and next time I'll see you with my other half with me.
Feels like